Hey everybody, Dual666 here. I know it looks like doing a little Q video here. I am just about to start up Dark Skies here. I haven't seen this before, but I wanted to do a video. I'll still be watching it, and I'll sit down and probably rewatch it at some point. But just wanted to show what I'm going to be watching tonight, as I decided to finally give you guys part one of my overview. So we're going to get right into that. Let me press play on this bad boy here. Cool. Movie's rolling. And I'm going to get right into it, guys. This is going to be part one of my 2020 collection overview. So I'm going to start way up here. I'm probably only going to do so much right now. Obviously, it's just part one. I don't really know how many times or how many parts there's going to be in this series, but I'm going to do my best to show you guys everything here. So I'm going to start way at the top and at the back. Sorry if the shadows are bad. Those last two boxes are World War II documentary boxes. Not too much, horror really, but just something that is in the collection. Then I've got the Shriek Show, I believe it is, release. It's a Zombie 3-pack. You'll see those films that are in there later, but those include Zombie 2, 3, and 3, 4, and 5. Then the box set for the Omen series, the box for the Amityville Horror series. It's the first 3 movies and a documentary. Then we've got a Civil War box set, the Thanksgiving box set that's got both of those films in it. Obviously these boxes are all empty. The DVDs are all down in the collection, but then we've got the Scream collection, the first 3 films, two sci-fi 50 packs of movies. There's lots of films in there. I don't feel too inclined to show you what's in them quite yet. Maybe I'll make a video for just those. Then I've got the Return of the Living Dead 2-pack that's got Return of the Living Dead 4 Necropolis and Return of the Living Dead 5 Rave to the Grave. Then a 50-pack of classic horror films. I will also probably make a movie for that eventually. I've had that a long time, and I'm still trying to fill in physical copies of all the films in that otherwise in the collection. Then I have the Hannibal 2-pack. It's got Hannibal and Silence of the Lambs. And then there is an Alpha video release Grindhouse Shock Show 5 movie pack that has Beast of the Yellow Night, Keep My Grave Open, Bloody Pit of Horror, Horrors of Spider Island, and Nightmare Castle. Then we've got the Evil Bong box set right there. That's got all 8 films. Obviously they're down in the collection. We've got a horror trivia game that I found is very hard. It's actually a little more hard than I would have imagined. Then that one that says Dogfights there, that's all about World War II aerial combat. Then we've got the Dark Castle series that has House of Wax, Gothica, House on Haunted Hill, 13 Ghosts, and Ghost Ship. Classics from my childhood. Then the box for the box set of Class of Nukem High. I believe that's out of print now, so that's pretty rare. It's cool to have that. Then I've got the Band of Brothers tin box for the entire series. Sign on with the show. Old paperback classics of the horror film, and that's real popcorn there, but it's quite stale, but I thought it was a good aesthetic, so I just left it there. Then you see Drac, he's hanging out. Okay, we'll go to the beginning, or rather the end of my VHSs now. There's just some like spare DVD cases and extra releases, or extra copies of stuff right there. But really it just starts at Willard. Then clamshell of Goosebumps, Stay Out of the Basement. Then Young Frankenstein, Rocky Horror Picture Show, The Night Walker, History of Rock and Roll box set, The Hand That Rocks the Cradle, The Blair Witch Project, The Amityville Horror, Tales from the Crypt, Salem's Lot, Planet of the Vampires, Phantasm 1 and 2, Joyride. That was a really cool one that my buddy Jugcord sent me some years ago. Night Train to Terror. I've since found that on DVD. Misery. That one's a weird one there. My buddy Brandon just gave me that one the other day. That's Metallica, Castle Donington. I haven't watched that yet, and I don't really know what it is, but I'm going to definitely let you guys know what that is as well. It'll probably also be in a music update really soon. Then we have Fright Night Part 2. The Gorgon video releasing of the first 5 Faces of Death, and then a separate copy of Faces of Death 6. Dr. Terror's House of Horrors. Creepshow 2. Chud. Alien Resurrection. That one there is black. There's no title on that. I think that's like a bootleg of Abby the Black Exorcist. And then the last one there is 7 Faces of Dr. Lowe. Alright, so now we're going to bring it down here. These are the last VHSs that I have in my house right now. I didn't really move all these candles, so I'm going to move the angles around them as best as I can. So obviously it's the classic Universal monster movies, Frankenstein, Dracula, The Wolfman, The Mummy, Bride of Frankenstein, Invisible Man, Creature from the Black Lagoon, Phantom of the Opera. That's all that's in the box set, but I had to include Frankenstein meets the Wolfman because that is just the I feel like that is the quintessential Universal monster movie right there. So beginning with the DVDs in the collection, you'll see Blu-rays interspersed, with these DVDs. I don't have them separate. It's all alphabetical from here on, as best as I could. You will see some films that are out of order alphabetically, but it is only because the first movie in the series is arranged alphabetically. So that's the only exception that I've really granted. So I'm going to try and get through 2 rows now of these DVDs. First one there being #horror. Second one being a multi-pack. This has a lot of movies on it. This has Night of the Living Dead, Teenage Zombies, King of the Zombies, White Zombie, Last of the Living, Hide and Creep, Zombie Dearest, Awaken the Dead, I Am Omega, and Grave Mistake. So it's all in there. It's kind of hard to do this one-handed, but we're going to figure it out, guys. Alright, next up we have 12, 12, 12. Then another multi-pack. I know this is going to be hell to keep up with, so this one's got the Wasp Woman, the Screaming Skull, the Killer Shrews, Frankenstein's Daughter, the Brain That Wouldn't Die, and the Crawling Eye, otherwise known as the Trollenberg Terror. And also has, the Giant Gila Monster, Catwomen of the Moon, Frankenstein's Daughter, Devil Girl from Mars, and the original Invaders from Mars, and Invasion of the Animal People. So that's a really cool pack. I'm still trying to get physical copies of all of those films singularly, but until then, it's cool to have them otherwise. The next one is also a 12 movie pack, so it's going to be a slow go, as you guys can see. Alright, they're on both sides again, so we'll do it like that. That one's got Spiders, Earthstorm, Antibody, Ice Twisters, Ninja Apocalypse, and Parts Per Billion. And then also it has Donner Party, Ice Tastrophe, Alien Lockdown, Dragon Fighter, Blast Vegas, and what is that last one? Shark's Revenge. I don't think I've seen quite all of those, but as you can imagine, lots of cheesy stuff. Cool. So now we can get to some other films here. I'm gonna move this candle so I can get the angle better. Okay. Then we move on to 13th Child. 13 Ghosts from the 60s, and then the remake 13 Ghosts. And 1408. 2001 A Space Odyssey. 2001 Maniacs. That is only there, and it's kind of I think I'm going to have to file that differently and put it after 2000 Maniacs at the end of the collection that is spelled rather than with the numerals. So that's that one there, though. That's the reboot of 2000 Maniacs. And then we have 28 Days Later, then 28 Weeks Later, 300, 30 Days of Night, 31, 3 from Hell. I find that funny that it's 2 Rob Zombie films next to each other. And then the next 2 are 4-packs, so we'll bring those out and take a look at them as well. Why don't we do both? Get it out of the way at once. So these have Contamination 7, Catacombs, The Godsend, and The Outing, otherwise known as The Lamp. And they also have, these are really awesome packs. Lots of cool movies in these. The Dungeon Master, Cellar Dweller, What's the Matter with Helen, and The Vagrant. So these are all really cool films here. Go ahead and get those put back now. Then we have Foreclosed, and then we're going to get into a few more multi-packs here. Quite a few more, actually. So we do our best to be thorough and see every movie that's on them. That one's got The Fun House and Phantasm 2, then The Serpent and the Rainbow, and quite the offering. This next one I've had a long time. It's got some cool films on it. I still need to get physical copies of quite a few of these, actually, if not all of them, honestly. My Best Friend is a Vampire, Repossessed, the classic slasher Slaughter High, and Silent Night, Deadly Night 3. Kind of a random one to throw in there, but good film nonetheless. These next two kind of are from the same release, so I'll show them together as well. These ones have, come on, stand up, guys. Children of the Corn, Creepshow 2, Chud, House 2, Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, Transylvania 6-5000, and The Return of the Killer Tomatoes. Obvious reason I got most of those. You know, House and House 2 was really why I got those packs, but now I have all the House films. So, kind of obsolete in the collection now, but there they remain. Next one is a 4-pack as well. This one has A Perfect Getaway, Session 9, My Little Eye, which was awesome, and the remake of The Hitcher. Alright, then we have The 420 Massacre, then 51, then Seven Faces of Dr. Logan, but on DVD form. Seven Sins of the Vampire. It's a really cool alpha video release. It's not a classic film, it's kind of a parody of classic films. Then we've got another 8-pack. Let's see what we got on there. This one's got Locked in a Room, Tangled, Teaching Mrs. Tingle, The Boys Club, The Sacred, Legacy, Wages of Sin, and that last one, the light's really bad there. This one is Summer School. All really, really cheesy movies, but fun stuff nonetheless. And we have 9. Then we have 976 Evil. Then we have Abbott and Costello Meet Frankenstein and Abbott and Costello Meet the Mummy. Then we have my special edition copy of Abby, The Black Exorcist. That's a fucking classic film. Then we have Abominable, Abraham Lincoln vs. Zombies, A Cadaver Christmas. I have to start getting my light angle a little better. And then A Clockwork Orange, a couple DVDs of A Haunting, the show from Discovery Channel, Alice Sweet Alice, Alien Apocalypse, which is just absolutely horrible, Alien, Aliens, and Alien 3, and Alien Resurrection, Alien Dead, Alien from Area 51, which is a really bad Walmart release, Alien from LA, then Aliens and Predators, or Alien Predators rather, that's the name of that 4-pack, and the 4 movies on that are Day of the Triffids, Little Shop of Horrors, Graveyard Tramps, and Track of the Moon Beast, which was a fucking fun little cheesy classic in my opinion. Then we've got a couple more really bad Walmart releases, Aliens, Abductions, Extraordinary Sightings, and UFO Landings, Crashes and Retrievals. Then we've got Alien vs. Predator, A Light in the Darkness, Alligator, A Little Bit Zombie, All Cheerleaders Die, All Hallows Eve 1 and 2, Altered States, Altitude, Almost Human. That one says 3D there. That is Amateur Porn Star Killer, the trilogy. That is all 3 films there. Then the next one after that is a multi-pack. I'm going to grab that out of there because getting far back in this corner and I can't really grab stuff so well. So this one has got quite a few films on it. Don't Answer the Phone, Point of Terror, House on Haunted Hill, A Bucket of Blood, Horror Express, Little Shop of Horrors, you know, lots of stuff that I already have. Drive-In Massacre, Don't Look in the Basement, The Driller Killer, which I mainly got it for, Bloody Pit of Horror, Silent Night, Bloody Night, which is also really cool to have, and Nightmare Castle. So lots of classics on there. And get those put away. Move this candle. I'm trying to get back there as far as I can so you guys can see everything. Alright. Hold it like that. Alright, then you see I have first 5 seasons of American Horror Story. Then the film Amusement. An American Werewolf in London. The first 2 Annabelle films. And then those next 3, there's the original Nightmare on Elm Street. Those 2 4-packs are basically the first 8 films, which is, again, A Nightmare on Elm Street. Then the same film, 2 through 6, Freddy's Dead, as well as Wes Craven's New Nightmare and Freddy vs. Jason. Then we've got the Nightmare on Elm Street remake. Then A Night in the Woods. Anthropophagus. Antibody, Apartment 143, otherwise known as Emergo, A Place in Hell, Apollo 18, April Fool's Day the original, and April Fool's Day the remake, and the last one in this row is A Quiet Place, that Blu-ray there. Alright, I think we can make it through one more row if we keep this pace up, so let me see about getting some better light. I know you can't see that last film in there, but that is Arachnophobia. I really wish you could see it. Let me see if I can get a separate source of light so that you can. Yeah, Arachnophobia, it's really bad light still, but then after that, Are You Scared? We'll get out of that corner. Let me see if I can actually find some light real quick. That's just not right. I don't think I'm going to be able to find one. So we'll just keep on keeping on. I'm sorry if you can't see it, but I'm just going to list it until it comes back into view. So like I said, Are You Scared? Then As Above, So Below. Then Assault on Precinct 13, the original and the remake. Then a Serbian film, if you guys were wondering if that was in my collection. Then a film called Astral. You can start to see where we're coming into the light now. A Stranger Is Watching. 2 copies of Attack of the Giant Leeches. I literally just found that second copy like on a storefront recently, just out front of a store, fully sealed and everything. Very strange. Then I have Attack of the Octopus People, which also has Frankenstein versus Hitler, another great Alpha Video release. Then Audrey Rose. Then we have BBC's Auschwitz documentary. Very, very powerful shit. Automaton Transfusion. We have a Region 3 copy of Adventure to the Center of the Earth in Spanish there. And then we have the Babysitter Massacre, Bad Taste, Stephen King's Bag of Bones, Bad Dreams, which is a really, really, really cool film from the 80s. If you guys haven't checked that out or heard of it, let me put this down, put it back up in there. Alright, then we have Barbarella, Basket Case 1, 2, and 3. Then we have Basket Weave. This is a really weird film that I kind of found on the random years ago. It's not very great, but it was worth the watch. Put that one back now. Okay. Bats. Battle Beyond the Sun, which is a really, really cool classic sci-fi film. Battle Royale, Battle Dogs, Bay Cove, Beast of Blood, Beetlejuice, Bela Lugosi meets a Brooklyn gorilla, Beneath, this little thin one here is Believers, then Berserker, that is a VHS transfer of that film. I got that at the metal swap meet in San Diego a few years ago. Then we have Beyond the Gates, Biggest Spider, otherwise known as Big Ass Spider, Big Trouble in Little China, Black Brigade, classic blaxploitation, Black Christmas, the original, Black Christmas, the 2006 remake. I haven't seen the new one quite yet, but I do have a red box copy of it. Then I have Black Dahlia, Blackenstein, Black Fist, Black Roses. I know you can't see that one too well. Black Sabbath, Black Swan, the first 4 Blade films. I'm not sure if there's more than that. Then we have Blood Feast, Blood Feast 2, then Blood Fest. I've got this City of the Living Dead little artwork here. And this mask. Alright, let me take this mask down because the light was really bad to begin with, and kind of just now realizing how much in the way it is if you guys want to see these films. So I know it's a little dark over here again, so we'll just start it off. There's a 3-pack here. I'll pull it out and show you guys. That's what I should do. That one's got Blood Gnome, Satan's Little Helper, and Spliced. All fun stuff. Then we've got Blood Marsh Krakoon. Also really cheesy fun stuff. This is another VHS transfer I got from Metal Swap Meet. This is Blood Lake. Classic campy slasher. Then we have a newer film also called Blood Lake that doesn't pertain to that at all. Blood Night. Really cool slasher. Blood Oath. Alright, and I think the light is good enough so that I can just show you now. Blood Orgy of the She-Devils. That one there is Blood Rage. It's the Arrow release. Blood Runs Cold. Bloodstone. Bloodsuckers from Outer Space. Bloody Birthday. Bloody Moon. Boa. Boa vs. Python. Body Melt, really cool film. Body Parts, awesome Trauma release. Bone Eater. Bone Jangles. Bones with Snoop Dogg. Bone Tomahawk, that is a sick Kurt Russell film. Boo, I believe that one's from 2005, and then Boo from 2018. Boogeyman from Sam Raimi, and then the 2 sequels in that multi-pack there. Brain Damage. Brain of Blood. Bride of Scarecrow. Brides of Blood. Brutal Colors. Brutal Massacre. That is a Buffy and Buffy the Vampire Slayer thing there. It's not called Spike. It's just a few episodes of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, and I think that's actually out of order there. I'll have to put that somewhere else. Then we've got Bubble. It's not actually out of order, so don't mind me, guys. It's kind of late, so I'm just kind of meandering. Then we've got Bug. Burial Ground, which is part of that Zombie 3-pack box set I showed you guys earlier. Buried Alive, really cool slasher. Burnt Offerings. 2 copies of Cabin Fever. One of them doesn't play. It's really beat up. I got it from a video store years and years ago. Then Cabin Fever 2. Cabin Fever Patient Zero. Camel Spiders. Cameron's Closet. Camp Blood. Camp Coldbrook. Camp Dread. Campfire Stories. There's 2 copies of that. And you can barely see those other 2 in there, but that is Camp Hell and Candyman. I only have the first Candyman on DVD still. So I think I'm going to wrap that up, and I will see you guys in another episode. But just to show you, give you perspective of what we just covered, I'm just going to show you guys what we covered. Pretty much just all of that right now. And I'll show you guys hopefully another 2 rows or so, and we'll see you guys then with that second episode of this series. Hope you guys enjoyed the little peek into my collection. Take care, guys.